That's Jason Owen, and damn right here on a Wednesday night. I forgot what night it was.
It's still Wednesday.
Wednesday night, Tracy and the Big D. It's getting late, Trace. It's about 20 to 10 and I'm ready for bed.
It's been a long week.
Oh, yes, it's been a long week. But I'll tell you what makes this job worthwhile is you get new albums come across the desk and you have a listen to them and you think, where have these people been all my life? And unfortunate, folks, you don't get the chance to listen to every piece of music or listen to everyone that's producing stuff. But thankfully, Tracy pulled this one out and said, have a listen to this. It's Kathryn Jones' Little Gypsies, the album, and I'm pleased to say that Kathryn joins us now. Thanks for joining us, Kathryn.
Thanks, Darren. Hi. Hi, Tracy.
I hope it's not that far past your bedtime to keep you up to have a chat with us.
Oh, you know, us musicians, we kind of work on all odd hours. It's fine.
I do have to congratulate you straight up. Your song, Even Cowgirls Sing the Blue, it's only been in the charts for all the country tracks top 40 charts for a couple of weeks, and bam, you're straight into the top 10. Congratulations on number 8 this week.
Wow, thank you. Yes, Steve Pasfield, he's visiting. He's here from Sydney for a couple of days, and he came into work this morning very excited to tell me that we jumped up to number 8. We are so thrilled. I just can't tell you how happy we are.
So how did the collaboration, like yourself and Steve, how did you guys get together? Have you known each other for many years, or...?
No, look, we grew up in Kempsey, but he's a bit older than me. We know a lot of the same people. We're actually... Crazily enough, my mother, his auntie was my mother's bridesmaid. I mean, Kempsey's a very small place. And but each year I'm invited back to Kempsey to do the Slim Dusty Country Music Memories Week. Mm-hmm. Slim's such a big part of Kempsey heritage. Steve does the sound and performs there, and that's where I met him. But it wasn't until Tamworth in 2014 that I was actually talking to Brad Bergen about producing my new album, and Steve heard that and put a proposal together, and so I took my little songs to Steve and tested the waters, and we just came out and we just started working together. All the pieces seemed to fit our Kempsey connection. It's kind of like we just had this amazing connection, and he really interpreted my music well, and that's the main thing. So yeah, so there's a big chunk of Steve in there. I really wanted some help with my songwriting and wanted to work with somebody, and being a golden guitar winner, he's a very experienced songwriter. And so he just came in and polished up. He wrote a couple of tracks for the album as well.
It's very hard to, you can say, I really want to sing with that person, but sometimes the voices just don't match. As much as you want them to match, they just don't match. And the voices in your duets that you've got on this one, they just seem to have a really nice blend, a really good fit. And that's hard to find sometimes when you're sort of like, well, I want to record with you, but it just doesn't work sometimes. So you must have been happy with the result when you first heard yourselves singing together and thinking, oh, wait a minute, this does work.
We were, because Steve just wasn't on my radar. It was a complete shock, and he invited me onto his stage at Tamworth each year. He ran the Steve Pasfield Breakfast Show at West Club, and I'd be invited for the last few years to come up and sing a few songs, but we'd never really sung together, and I'm surprised and quite happy with how our voices blend. And, you know, he's quite a larrikin on stage. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen Steve. He's just an absolute old-school entertainer. He's amazing. And so we're both very much show people as well. We believe in the old-school way of entertaining and, you know, really capturing an audience. So when we do performances together, that really matches as well. So... yeah, I am pretty happy with the end result with our voices, which is nice, because if you're going to work with somebody, you want to sound good.
Well, that's right.
And it's handy.
Really, don't you?
It's handy having a muso of his calibre alongside, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And to be honest, I had no idea, because I've got 4 boys, so when I'm not doing music, I've just got my head down, butt up, just, you know, running around like a mad chook. So I don't have a lot of time to listen to other people's music. I had no idea of Steve's history and the hand-picked band, and for many years, and the many artists that he's played with and supported. I mean, 6 albums under his belt and a golden guitar. I had no idea about all that. I just took him at face value, and and
well,
most importantly...
he should feel privileged to be on your album then. 6 albums, golden guitar winner. Yeah, he should be honoured.
Well, you know, it's such a collaboration. You know, it was a really big year for me last year, and Steve was such a great support. As I said, he's written a couple of tracks for the album, and all of my songs has his stamp in there, and he's, you know, there's very few of the songs that he hasn't really dug in and put his mark in and contributed. So, yeah, I just think it's a really great album and great collaboration. And I say that not to brag, but it's just a magical combination.
That's excellent. Well, we'll have to catch up with Steve in we might catch up with him in a few weeks' time or something and get his side of the story as well.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll compare notes.
Compare notes.
Well, don't believe anything he says.
Yeah. We're going to play the song. I think we have to. But if you haven't got the album and you need to get a hold of this album, people, you can hop onto any of Kathryn's Facebooks, or you can get onto her website, which is all the W's, Kathryn Jones. So that's Kathryn, jones.com.au, and you'll be able to get all the links there and get a hold of this album and support some more Aussie artists. So here she is right now with Steve Passfield, the Golden Guitar winner, and their new song with Even Cowgirls Sing the Blues. Thanks for your time tonight, Kathryn.
Thanks, Tracy. Thanks, Darren.